get this right for you. How you doing, young lady? Right. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
And what's your name?
Selena.
Welcome, Selena, to Ithaca's Got Talent.
Thank you.
What are you going to do for us today?
I'm gonna dance.
Oh, you're going to dance? Okay. All right, well, you don't need this then. All right. Do y'all, wait, you just make sure the music's right, DJ. Just make sure the music's right. Get the carpet out there, yeah. All right, you songs ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this lady? Y'all get it ready? All right, put your hands together for Selena.
Level up, 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 level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Y'all keep it going one more time. I think you leveled it up to 10. Now you are welcome. No, thank you, man. That was a great performance. We needed that energy. Judges, what do you have to say?
Good Lord, girl, I was tired watching you. Although I was trying to get my level of honor out here. Thank you, Selena. You know what I liked about that? I like the fact that you didn't just do exactly the dance that Sierra did, that you added some of your own elements to it. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is my first time and then seeing this dance, and my favorite part of it is your facial expression when it got to the rhythm, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is just that. Oh, you add yourself, and then you were not just dancing. You're dancing while you were singing and doing both things, and then at the same time it can be very tricky and can be very difficult. But you made it happen. Thank you very much, and keep up with the good work.
Thank you.
Thank we're gonna keep this show going. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Thank you, young lady. Thank you. We're gonna keep this show going, and we're gonna switch the talent up a little bit. We've had music, we've had dancing, we've had singing, and now we're gonna have some stand-up comedy. Yo, put your hands together for Courtney McGuire.
It's like the Olympics. So that was great. The song was Level Up. I didn't realize it. I thought it was Fill It Up. Like you were at the buffet. You're like, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. That's how I saw it. So thank you. Wow, all right, so we've been sung to. We've been danced at aggressively. Thank you. I don't do cardio, so I was like, girl, get it. Put it someplace else. So my shirt is self-explanatory, I think. I really can't settle down because I'm friggin' Italian. And, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine today, actually, about how we communicate. I'm already winded, just from, I'm sorry. Hold on. We're gonna be all right. Okay. Wow. We was talking about how we communicate in families, right? And it's like really crazy. Italian families, I don't know if you can relate to this, but we don't speak to each other. We like yell at each other. Like seriously. Just, it comes from a place of love too, right? Like, from the outside though, it just looks awful. And I didn't realize that until I was, I don't know, my first round of entrepreneurial spirit, I was working at Burger King. I was working for that crown. Instead I got this crown of glory. Streak here. But my first attempt at a managerial level kind of experience, my boss said, so this is your sister, you're gonna train her. And I was like, that is a fucking awful idea. That's a really bad idea. But you know, I decided I was gonna give it a shot. Now my sister, and I say this from a place of love, my sister is so book smart. She is amazingly brilliant. But God, she is a moron. Just a complete moron. And again, from here, that comes from here. A little bit. I like to think I got the good looks and the brawn and the yeah. But so waiting on some customers, and you can already tell I'm slightly vertically challenged. And back in the day, I don't know if you remember, the Burger King counter was stupid high. Like I don't know what they thought was going to happen from the customer's perspective over, but it was really high. So I held court a lot. I stood on a milk crate, right, so I could wait on the customers. And so I was training my sister in customer service. Great, yeah. So, you know, this gentleman came to the counter and he was giving his order, and, you know, I was explaining to her how you enter the things in the gigantic CPU. And the guy asked for a milk. And I was like, you know, this is like this hidden button for milk. Because who the frick goes to Burger King and gets milk? Right? So, after the order happens, and the gentleman is still standing there, you know, you just have to stand there and wait for the food to come. I looked at my sister and I said, Karen, go get the milk. She says, what does it look like? It looks like fucking milk! The guy is still standing out here. Remember, outside world doesn't know we're siblings. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I just lost my job. So the guy like looked at me stunned. And I looked right back at him. I said, listen, that's my sister. I'm Italian. and milk just looks like milk. Anyway, it is difficult to communicate to the outside world what it is like to be an Italian family. First of all, there's a shit ton of us. And a lot of times we spend a lot of time together. So this one time, I had an opportunity to go someplace for a week, and we don't do anything small. The whole entire family packed up and went to Pennsylvania with me, and from way up north in New York. And my grandparents, God love them. So my grandfather is straight from Italy, doesn't really put up with anything, doesn't like to spend any kind of extra money, and well, he had an accident. He crapped his pants at some time during the trip, and when they came to pick me up, I had asked a very bold question: why does it smell like shit in the car? Now, mind you, it's the summertime, so it was like 180 degrees or something, and it was just awful. My sister looked at me like, "Oh God, you've done opened the can." So now there is this discussion, loud, heated discussion, about why the car smells like it does, and how should we remedy the situation. And my mother looked at me. Now you can imagine all these people in the car. My mother looked at me and she said to me, "Please God, don't say anything." I said, "Grandpa, seriously, Kmart is like right over there. How many days have you been driving around in this car like this?" My grandmother, who is German, says, "For 3 God